If you are constantly confused why some people seem to look effortlessly good in simple clothes and you don't, you're overwhelmed by the endless options available when you go shopping, you are mentally exhausted from blaming your body for not looking right in clothes, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you how understanding your body shape can transform how you look and feel in clothes. I know the disappointment that comes when trying to recreate an outfit I saw online, only to feel let down and defeated because it doesn't look right and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. For a long time, I blamed my body for being the problem, when the truth is, I had been dressing for someone else's body shape, not my own. My light bulb moment was when I realized it's about dressing for your shape, considering your proportions. Not every item, cut, or shape is made for your body. And it doesn't mean there is anything wrong with your body or the way you look if a certain cut or shape doesn't work for you. It's just like how different tools are designed for different tasks. Clothes are designed for different body shapes. And certain clothes will instantly flatter you because they are the right tool for your shape. You're going to learn in a moment how to identify your shape. But first, there is an important design lesson that you need to understand that explains why certain clothing tools work for some and not for others. You've definitely had the experience before where you look at someone wearing an outfit. It seems relatively simple, yet you instantly stop and think, whoa, I don't know how or what is going on, but it just looks right. This is your brain recognizing visual harmony, proportion, symmetry, and balance. If you want to create this experience in your outfits, it starts with understanding your body shape. There are 5 different categories of body shapes: hourglass, apple, pear, triangle, and rectangle. Each with their own unique strengths, none of them better or worse than the other. These categories won't fully account for the nuances and quirks in your individual body, but they do offer a helpful starting point and a guide so that we know what we're working with. You can easily identify your body shape with the 60-second mirror or photo method. Stand in front of a full-length mirror or take a good quality photo of yourself in full length. Both of these should be in relatively natural light where possible, and make sure you're wearing fitted clothing. Then focus solely on 3 areas of your body: your shoulders, waist, and hips. Scan your body and determine whether you are an inverted triangle because your shoulders are noticeably wider than your hips, or there's a little catch with the inverted triangle, your hips are very narrow, more so than your shoulders being broad or wide. By the way, I fit into the inverted triangle category, and I don't necessarily have broad shoulders, I have very narrow hips. Moving on to the pear body shape, your hips are noticeably wider than your shoulders. The hourglass body shape, your shoulders and hips are mostly balanced with relatively clear waist definition. The rectangle body shape, your shoulders and hips are likely balanced, but the waist is much less defined. And the apple body shape, your midsection is wider than your shoulders and your hips. If you're still unsure, then consider these 2 clarifying questions. Where do my clothes typically feel tight first? The second one to consider, what parts of your body do you find hardest to fit when you are shopping? Shoulders, waist, or hips? For example, I always notice that clothes feel tight around my shoulders first. I always find it hardest to shop for bottoms, pants, and skirts. The waist and the hips on bottoms tend to be too big for me. It's also important to remember here that you can be a blend of shapes. Just identify which category of shape you lean a little more into. Comment your body shape below if you feel comfortable. And for the advanced ones in the back, if you already know what styles work on you, share the best styles that you found for you in the comments because it will definitely help someone else with similar body shape tendencies to yours. And now we can start to look towards creating more visual harmony. There are 2 very easy ways you can do this, and it comes down to fit and proportion. Fit is how clothes physically sit on your body. Different styles will fall, sit, wrap, and adhere to different body shapes, as will the fabrics used in certain fits. Proportion, on the other hand, is how those fits visually look when they are paired together. Fit and item pairings can either create visual harmony or it can create visual disharmony. For example, pairing a detailed top with embellishments with very light, flowy, slim bottoms on an inverted triangle shape might make that shape look a little bit more mismatched and visually disharmonious. When I tweak this, however, and choose fitted yet wide leg or flared bottoms and a fitted yet delicate fabric top with a more feminine neckline, I immediately create more balance and harmony in my outfit. There is one more part of proportion to consider, and that's your unique body dimensions. You might have longer arms, a longer torso, longer legs, a shorter torso, and so on. And just because you are a rectangle body shape or a pear body shape doesn't mean two of the same body shapes will have the same identical proportions. This is why you definitely shouldn't get hung up on your specific clothing size or if you fluctuate in sizes, because it doesn't give you the full picture. When you are dressing to create balance, it's important to decide what you want to elongate, what you want to emphasize. In my case, my legs are a little longer than my torso. That means when I choose the tops I want to wear, I'm going to opt for styles that stop at my waist or just below my waistline, rather than ultra cropped styles that stop above my belly button or above my waistline, because that's going to continue to shorten my torso. If my top was to run over my hips and not show any waist definition, then I'm completely blurring my waist and I've lost that top and bottom proportion and balance. So when you're considering your body shape, also have a look at your own unique proportions. Your unique preferences can differ and your shape can change over time, and that is perfectly normal. I used to be more rectangle body shaped, and then somehow I turned more into an inverted triangle, and I'm sure over the years my body will continue to change. It's a great idea to reflect when you feel like the styles or the clothes that you wear aren't really flattering or working with your body anymore, and then slightly change the requirements that you have when you get dressed. This will make your life easier, and it doesn't keep you attached to a version of yourself that no longer serves you. Color can also create visual harmony. If you're enjoying this video and you want to take more of these concepts and apply it to your new dressing behaviors, then I've got a video linked for you that goes into much more detail around color. Now, I know what you're thinking. Do I have to buy an entire new wardrobe and throw out everything I own? No, you do not. You can work with what you got, and we love that. This next part is around creating clarity in your wardrobe so you can figure out what you already own that does flatter you. This is the 3-step mini wardrobe audit. Pick one category of clothing at a time to do this with. Try each of those items on within the category and ask yourself this: does this achieve my body shape goal because it emphasizes, highlights, or accentuates the part of my body that I want to focus on? Split the items into 2 sections in your wardrobe. You've got achieves your goal or sort of achieves your goal with the help of some adjustments. And then in a separate section or another side, you've got the items that aren't the most ideal tool for you. So for those items that sit in the middle, where you think they have potential, but they need a little bit of help, you can use a simple clothing adjustment, a little hack, a styling technique to help it suit your body shape and be a helpful tool in your clothing toolbox. A lot of the body shapes will all benefit from a little bit more waist definition, so this is a great way to do that without having to buy new clothes or spend a bunch of money on altering your clothes. The first hack is the safety pin hack. Turn that clothing item inside out, lay it flat, and place 2 safety pins on either side or sort of along the seams of that item. Then use some old ribbon, a shoelace, a soft tie, or anything that won't break and won't hurt you, and thread it through both of the safety pins. Then you can easily tighten based on your preferences, an easy, cheap way to alter your clothing and instantly create a more flattering look. For some of my jackets where the safety pin trick might not work and they have some built-in waist straps, I like to tie the waist strap around the back of the jacket and then tie it into a nice little bow. For shapes that want more top half volume, use scarves and layering to create that bulk. Then if you're a shape like me that could benefit from a little bit more hip volume, then use chunky belts, waist straps from old jackets, and even scarves to add a little bit of flair and detail. If you know of any other hacks, leave some in the comments because I know I would definitely benefit from it, and I'm sure a bunch of our community would as well. The wardrobe audit, along with some of these styling tips, make it so much easier when you're getting dressed in the morning. They create some clarity and structure in your wardrobe so you know immediately what's going to flatter you. It also does one more really helpful thing. It highlights the gaps in your wardrobe. It can be a bit of a minefield sometimes when you do go shopping and you're really not sure what else to buy to help you create a more effortlessly stylish look. I'm a fan of making sure when I do make purchases, they have a really good specific purpose in my wardrobe. And where possible, they're not random trend purchases or things that I've just seen on everyone else. At the end of the day, style isn't about changing your body. It's about understanding it. So take the time to understand and experiment with your shape. Notice how they mold and translate onto your figure. Remember the important lesson: clothes are just tools. If one doesn't work for you, switch it out for another until you find the best ones for your body shape. You hold the power to shape how you look and feel in clothing. So don't let anyone else take that power away from you. And if no one has told you today, your body is good enough as it is. You are beautiful as you are. We all have different body shapes, quirks, hips, bits, and dips. All right, my friends, if you got value out of this video, then let me know by subscribing. If you enjoyed the concepts in this video and want to learn even more, then I have another video all about looking more stylish and put together. I will link that in the description for you. As always, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here and watching all the way to the end. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye, friends.